I am truly unbecoming. I'm learning a lot more about myself and I'm settling in. I'm almost fabulous in 40. I mean, I have a few years, but it's starting to get real. And my cat want me to shut up, obviously. Um, Different temperaments. I have a cat there, a dog here, different. So, going through menopause and I'm doing hormone replacement therapy. It's been very up and down. Like I gained what they call the hormonal belly. Oh, more cushion for the pusher, but not really. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. So it's been very emotional. Like I have to accept myself, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've let go of smoking and drinking and stuff like that. It's been about 6 months for the drinking, 7 months now. And then 48 days, no smoking. Yeah, 48 days, no cigarettes. And then I think when I stopped the cigarettes the same time the coffee, maybe like a week after. So a month no coffee. So I just been kind of sitting around really, really feeling my emotions as a woman, especially a black woman. And it's not a race thing, but this is my experience. Am I mixed with other races? Yes, but I'm predominantly African American, and I am proud of that. We have to suppress a lot of our emotions. We have to like pull ourselves up by the bootstrap and keep going. And we deal with so much stuff, whether it's coming from like the other women in our family who are scarred and try to do the best they could do, whether it's our peers, you know what I'm saying? And then whether we try to have romantic relationships and stuff like that. I think we suppress so much because we have to put on this strong face. So I'm going to allow myself, and I have been yielding myself to God to allow him to undo certain toxic masculine traits that I have learned and that I have adapted to, survive out here, even emotionally. We all have needs. We have emotional needs, psychological needs, spiritual needs, physical needs, you know what I'm saying, sexual needs. I like to separate those because physical needs could be like a hug. How many mothers, single mothers, they could go through a whole month or so without even receiving a hug? I'm talking about from like a man or whatever you like. A lot of them. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. And I'm tired of like this. I'm a savage and I just don't want to be like that. And I think a lot of the things I was using was covering that up. And it was a coping mechanism, but it was a very, very toxic coping mechanism. So I don't point the finger at other people. I don't think I know everything. I'm talking through the lenses of myself. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, okay, well, don't listen to me. So you don't resonate. If it don't resonate, don't make it fit, okay? But for me, I don't want to be like that. I'm unbecoming. I don't want to be like an ice queen. A lot of people have told me that I have a resting bitch face, which I do. See how fast I did that? I got another one for you. And another one. Those are resting bitch faces. I like to smile. See? My teeth is not as yellow as they was because I was smoking and drinking all that coffee. I have 4 daughters. So I have to, the older I get, I have to soften myself. And although, I have, a place in my heart to a certain degree for the women in my family, the elders that did the best that they could do, sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like that. I want to get softer as I get older because I have daughters to raise. And it's not going to be fair to them if I'm like really hard. And if they're crying, like if somebody hurt their feelings, it's okay to say somebody hurt your feelings. It's okay to say, hey, I don't like to be treated like that. That made me feel odd. That humiliated me. Why did you do that? It's okay. It's not okay to get stuck there. But as far as like all of that, I'm not a man, basically, is what the hell I'm saying. I mean, I just spent all this time. I'm not a man. I'm not no man. Those are masculine traits. I have a masculine side I like to play around with. As you guys see, my character, True Vincent, is based off of like, different men I've encountered in my life. My father, mixed up with something, everything, right? It's a fun character. It's a funny character. And it's not meant to make fun of anybody. It's just funny to me. But I don't want to be like that. I'm not a man. I'm just not no man. And obviously, if we actually be honest with ourselves, women are only taken more seriously when they're coupled with a man. So if I've been single for 8 years, regardless of what y'all done heard, fuck what you heard, basically. I know what the hell I've been doing myself. I've been single for almost 9 years. And that's not like, oh my God, I'm just so perfect. No, absolutely not. I just had a lot of young babies, and I had them with, men that I was not equally yoked with. God bless them. They moved on to the other relationships, whatever. Sometimes they help, sometimes they don't. That's neither here nor there. As far as my responsibility to myself, I chose like, okay, I'm gonna wait till my kids get older, my daughters get older. I just don't want no man around my, you know what I'm saying? That's how I am. And so That's what I've been focused on. But now I'm like, okay, we'll like some companionship, somebody to talk to and stuff. And I know we joke, and I even joke about the dating scene, but I believe it depends on where you're looking at. Like if I'm looking at shallow places, I'm gonna find shallow people. If I'm looking at deep places, a yoga class or a cooking class, they have fishing expeditions you can go on up here, stuff, earthy things, gardening clubs I like to do. I'm gonna run into someone, and I want to be able to receive from a real man. I want to be able to receive. And I think all of these years of me suppressing stuff, I think I deserve to receive some affection, some love, some understanding, some grace. Because I have been in some very unmerciful situations where I've seen other people get grace and mercy for stuff they did that was horrendous. And I could sneeze wrong. And it's just so, hey, right? So while in the process of healing, and it could come off as, oh, you jaded, you got a chip on your shoulder. That may be so. It ain't going to stay like that. But you don't know what the hell I done been through. Okay, so if I was you, I'd just keep my mouth closed. With that being said, I want to be able to receive from a real man. So I'm going to yield to God even more and allow him to undo this in me. I have daughters, they're getting older, and some of them I can see they're picking up certain traits that I don't want them to pick up, those traits of being little boys. You know what I'm saying? I know we gender fluid, and I understand that I play with that as well, but as far as like femininity, it means to receive, to suckle, to suck. That's like receiving something, literally. So, and I don't want to receive anything. I think my femininity, I was toxic feminine, where I thought by me being receiving and open to anything and everything, that's how it was to show that I was a woman. But you can't show that to everybody because everybody don't want a woman like that. Okay? They don't want a meek. Some people don't want a meek woman. They want a messy woman. And that's fine. That's them. But as far as for me, I want to unbecome that. I don't want to engage in that. I'm trying to walk away from that. People do be trying to touch. They try to trigger you. Yeah, they do. Okay. So what I do is I kind of in my house and go through my little stuff. I'll make a little, do my little thing, and then I keep it moving. So that's what I've been learning as I'm almost a few years off. Come on, dog. This dog act like she don't know how to get her arm off of this leash. Okay, come on, baby bot. As I'm being almost 40 and fabulous, I want to get softer. And I know it's a hard world. I know how to put the resting bitch. And I know how to be like that. But as far as like when it comes to me wanting to have a male friend, a lover, I'm not going to even be able to enjoy sex if I'm hard like, what I'm going to be? I'm supposed to be throwing the ass back like mad, like, like I'm not like that, man. I'm not like that. Experiences can make you like that. I don't want to be like that. Now, some people going to get the bitch side of me. You know who you are. You know who you are. I'm not perfect. Okay. So, but for the ones who have earned it, the respect and the trust, right? A nice fellow. I want him to get the soft side of me, a side that no one has actually ever seen before. So I'm allowing myself to unbecome. I'm becoming. No, I'm unbecoming. I'm unlearning. I'm relearning. And I'm okay with that. While I'm going through menopause and hormone replacement therapy and crying, then I'm getting angry and irritable. I have hormonal fat belly. I don't know what the hell what is going on. So, but God is still good, and He is being very patient with me, and that's the type of man that I want. I want a patient man, a trustworthy man, a kind man, a sexy man, a man with a big dick. Hallelujah, hallelujah. I'm for real. So, hey, I'm a big woman, so I like big things popping. All right, so that as well, but a good father and stuff like that. And so, in order to want to receive feminine, I have to want to be those things. I have to exhibit those things. Softness. So I'm not going to be acting like when people say that, oh, you look unhealed. That might be so. That might be so. Like I said, you don't know what I've been through. So you're not going to sit up here and try to tell me I'm supposed to be smiling and doing it for you, and you don't do that. So that's not fair, right? So I'm coming out of that toxic femininity where I think I have to receive everything, and it comes off as being a doormat because I don't really like conflict like that. I think it's ridiculous, and I think the way people do conflict now is very petty and childish and juvenile. So I just be like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's important for me to speak up for myself and to let the universe know and the Lord know I don't want these type of people around me. I don't want to be that type of person. So once I'm changing and unlearning my toxic femininity and learn how to truly receive in a healthy way, I believe I will draw a nice homie lover friend that I could be with for the rest of my life. And I want to be submissive and yielding. I know how to be that, contrary to popular belief. And I do smile, okay? I do cry. And I'm going to be doing more of that, especially with these hormones that they have me on, because they made a sister fat. Like, whoa. I'm not being like a little, it went too far. It went too far. So that's hard on a woman, body image. And then you have women and men being very nasty and like fucked up. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, damn, worry about whoever you poking on, you know what I'm saying, and pumping on. But, people are not like that these days. They nosy and nasty. So those type of people, you're not going to get anything from. But as far as like the people who are friendly and trustworthy, you going to know what's up. Soft as putty and smooth as silk. All right. I may cry, not just like a basket case, but I feel good. I feel good doing that. I feel good expressing my anger too. I don't have to act like, oh, I forgive you, all is well. Like, no, some stuff takes time. And it's only by the grace of God, some stuff, okay? So in order to keep moving forward from here on in, I am unbecoming. And I'm submitting in meekness, because meekness is not weakness. It means to submit, offer no resistance, regardless of what's going on, to my softness, to those who deserve it, and who God chooses. So I don't mind waiting. Peace.